Preparing.
Welcome back, Lelanders, to a new episode of Clone Evolution. We're back! No, yesterday I was just about to start a show, and then I had an emergency broadcast I had to do. I've been tracking the New Madrid earthquake for over a decade, so as soon as we had some activity on that fault line, I'm like, holy shit, this could be the big one. But thankfully it was not. Well, so far so good. There was actually just an earthquake that occurred in Texas, and I looked at it briefly, but I'm like, oh, I don't think that warrants an emergency broadcast, so we should be okay. Yeah, maybe I just jinxed it. Knock on wood. No, if anyone watched the New Madrid show last night, there was one thing that I thought of today that I should have added to that, is a lot of cases these New Madrid quakes happen in the winter time, so I'll have to check that again. I think maybe one of them happened in the summer and one in the winter. So I think they're a little bit more common in the winter. So what we'll really have to watch is around Boxing Day. I'm not sure why exactly, but around the Christmas holiday, seems like it's prone to earthquakes as well. But let's get back to Clone Evolution. So yeah, we got some Clone Evolution news. One of the people from the game that we thought had died said, I guess he was just taking a break from the game and he pulled a prank saying that he was dead, but really he wasn't. Which I was kind of thinking that the whole time because I checked his Clone Evolution status. You can just look here. And it had said that he never stopped playing the game. So I was like, well, if he's dead, how is he still playing the game, right? So welcome back, potato memes. No, it is kind of a mean prank to pull though, so I don't recommend it because as much as I didn't really believe that he had died, I think maybe some of the viewers did. So yeah, shouldn't pull pranks on people thinking that you died. Especially if it makes someone really depressed and then they die. So it's like your prank could have just killed someone. So yeah, that's definitely not the type of prank I recommend. No, I don't know. For me personally, I've seen a lot of people's lives ruined by pranks. So usually when I see someone do a prank, it just makes me sick to my stomach because I think all the people that died. But yeah, I know some people think there's just harmless pranks. And sometimes it works out that way. A lot of times it doesn't. Alright, let's send some more flowers. No, the one lady actually was a guest on my show, my podcast, a number of years ago. When she was like a teenager, someone did a prank where they picked her up and threw her into a pool. And I can't remember, but she broke her back or her neck or something, so she almost died from it. So yeah, that was really not a very funny prank at all. And it's funny how many times, well, not funny, it's weird how many times pranks turn out like that. So yeah, I think that's why they have the sign on the pool, no horseplay, right? Pools are definitely a dangerous situation. A lot of concrete, a lot of slippery surfaces. Which reminds me, I got a date coming up this Saturday. Bad segue. No, I was lucky that one of the girls that I tried to arrange a date with, but never had free time, she was nice enough to reschedule the date. So that was super nice of her. She's a really hot babe with really nice cleavage, so it's like I'm a little bit nervous, but I figure, hey, who isn't nervous for meeting a stranger for a date? So go figure. And I think it's a good thing for me too, because I've been kind of getting down in the dumps, and I was thinking, geez, I really got to try to change something, and a lot of the situations I'm in are really unchangeable right now. So I was thinking if I can't change, like just go on a holiday or something, really I got to try to make some new friends. Maybe that'll help. And then when I figure too, if it doesn't work out, at least I got something else that I can worry about. Because it's really when you have nothing to worry about and you're down in the dumps, it's like, oh God, what am I going to change if everything's already good? Yeah, if anyone's wondering what the Clone Evolution we got going on today, we're just doing the regular spins because we already unlocked the full goal for the casino. Oh crap, I thought we had him there, eh? That looked like it was going to stop. Holy shit, we got one show like before the show even began. No, I don't think I'm going to get into too much serious dating. I don't think I'm going to be going for any relationships. Just trying to make some new friends. Try not to spend all my time alone. No, I noticed that's what I was thinking. Really, I got to try to find someone who's not really into like a huge committed relationship right off the bat. Maybe a little bit of dating. If I can find a few people or even one person like that, that'd be nice. Because ideally, I would like to be in a long-term relationship, but realistically, I don't think it'll work just because my life is so hectic. And a full-time relationship is a lot of work. It requires a lot of free time. I don't know. I shouldn't be saying that I don't have free time, but it's just like all my free time isn't really like I can go very far, can't do much. So I know a lot of people, when they get into a relationship, they want to go on holidays together overseas and stuff. And that's not really anything that I can do because I'm looking after my uncle. So ideally, it would be nice to get into a full-time relationship, but more realistically, we'll just take it slow. Go on a few dates with women, see if anything works out good. I shouldn't be so pessimistic that it can never work out, but I guess it's just the realist in me. Alright, so let's see. What do we got? 7 million? Let's try it. Now, I hope everyone else is doing well. It was neat. A whole bunch of new viewers joined the show for that earthquake show last night, so I actually had a blast recording it. I know it's kind of mean to like do a show about earthquakes and sort of like exploiting other people's chaos, but really it's kind of like what the news does all the time. I'm not really trying to exploit it, just cover it. And speaking of covering it, let's cover this glass with some beer. Now, luckily, my weed cutback has gone perfect. 8 days or 9? Well, yeah, 8 days sober now. Haven't had any weed. But I have been cheating with a beer occasionally. But I think it's not that bad. I figure if I can cut the weed out, that's a good start. We'll go with the full sobriety for October. Maybe even November, too. No, it was so nice. I think today was one of the first days where I didn't Jones once. So I never once craved weed. So that was nice. I find lately the only time I really crave weed is if I like drink 3 beers and then all of a sudden like, oh man, I want some weed. So we'll try to cut it off at 2 beers tonight. No, I think I'm completely finished with politics lately too, because I kind of bitched a little bit, getting too much into the politics again, especially when I'm going through the sobriety binges as I pour a beer. No, weed sobriety. So yeah, what happened was I was debating a little bit with one of the local reps from one of the parties I was thinking about voting for. And she hated my debate so much, she banned me from debating in the political group in my local area. So I'm like, dear God, it's like I can't even debate politics with a fucking politician. Like, there goes that vote right out the window. Like, I don't know, like, what kind of leader is, like, either my way or the highway? It's like, well, what the fuck kind of policy is that? I'm not going to vote for that shit. So, yeah, cheers to the NDP. Hope they can find someone to vote in my place. Who knows? They'll probably win, knowing my luck. But I've come to realize Canada's politicians and politics in general is just a shit show. Everyone's the same party now. There really is no option or alternative. So whoever wins, it really doesn't affect me one way or the other. It's going to be the same either way. So that's good. Shouldn't be too down the dumps over that. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot to send the message to everyone. Sorry. I wish I still had the weed that I could blame for forgetting stuff. I was like, hey, where is everyone? And it's like, oh shit, didn't notify anyone yet. Alright, so we got 2 victories. Now, I was thinking the last epic pranks I seen, I guess I won't give any names. It's a nice woman I know, and her boyfriend at the time was always doing pranks on her, like really mean pranks. And I was like, holy shit, like that's not a good sign for a relationship. If like the man is like constantly pranking the woman and the woman just hates the pranks and is like borderline saying, hey, if you don't stop these pranks, it's over. And he wouldn't. He just kept pranking her. It's over. So I was like, it's kind of sucks because I really thought they were a great couple and I thought they got along great other than the pranks. So I was like, geez, like there's pranks for you. Eh? It's like you can think it's like harmless fun, but next thing you know, now you're looking for a new woman. Not to say that all women don't like pranks, but I don't know. This one didn't. Who knows? Maybe they broke up over something else and the pranks had nothing to do with it. That's just kind of like the impression I was getting. You know when someone leaves their computer and like, you know, you forget to log out of Facebook, you're assuming that the people you trust aren't going to like come onto your computer and like completely violate your accounts. So yeah, that's what was happening. She forgot to like log out of her social media accounts, and he would just get in there and like make the most insulting comments about her on Facebook, and then everyone on her friends list is like, oh my god, what's wrong with her? And then they would find out it was just her boyfriend that was doing a prank. So I think, yeah, that was probably one of the reasons. I should have warned him. I was like, I kind of felt like saying something like, man, you better be careful with those pranks. Like, I know this woman and she's not taking them well. It's like, you keep doing it, you're going to be looking for a new girlfriend. I can guarantee it. Oh, well, to each their own. I know it's in cases, a lot of cases, people just like to be jokers, right? Try to be funny. But exploiting other people's like emotions to try to get jokes, that's why I just make fun of myself. So what else is new? Yeah, hot date Saturday. A little nervous for that. Oh yeah, big podcast on Friday. So yeah, I got a lot of busy shit going on this week, and that's the one thing I noticed when I stopped vaporizing weed. Bam, all of a sudden my to-do list actually starts getting shit done. I don't want to jinx it, but because, yeah, when I smoke a lot of weed, sure, I'll make a great to-do list and all, but damned if I can actually finish any of it. Usually I just get too carried away with vaping. It's not so bad right off the beginning. Like, maybe the first week or two, I can balance vaping and still getting shit done. But eventually the addiction rolls downhill and builds up momentum to the point where I'm just not getting anything done anymore. It's like vaporize the minute I wake up till the second I go to bed. Oh, thank God. I was worried that my gums, they were starting to get really black, like on the up part of it. Not these gums, but the upper gums. And like really black. I was like, oh God, that's not looking good. And I asked my dentist a couple of years ago, and they're like, oh, don't worry about it. It's not that bad. But then when I got them clean last time, they're like, holy shit, man, your upper gums are like really black. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to try some things, see if I can sort of improve the bacteria, the flora in my mouth. See if I can turn around this blackness. And lo and behold, just like 9 or 8 days without weed, the black part of my gums has already started turning back to normal color. So I'm like, holy shit, that didn't take long. Thank God. Now, I was a little bit worried about that because even like my gums turning black like that, it didn't really matter because they were just black and you can't really look at them unless you peel your gums like way up or your lip. But it was actually reaching the point where it was starting to get uncomfortable. Like if I breathed in cold air really quick, I could feel the gums sting. So I'm like, oh, that's not a good sign if it actually hurts. So yeah, hopefully that keeps going the right direction. Yeah, and the other stomach things I've been checking into, there has been a lot of superbug, like food poisoning cases going around in Canada. So like I think even some people I know like that live close to me are having the same situation. They just went and got their colonoscopy, so I was like, holy shit, maybe there's a chance that this isn't cancer, and it's just some like really bad stomach bug. So I'm hoping that's what it is. Hoping it's a really bad stomach bug. No, because I think with the stomach bug, they can fight it with antibiotics. I even told my doctor the last time, like, man, I know you're not supposed to take other people's antibiotics, but someone was throwing theirs out. They're like, oh, I don't need these antibiotics anymore. I'm just going to throw them out. And in Canada, antibiotics, you have to beg for them. Like if you get sick and you need antibiotics, you're looking at like 6-8 months of constant appointments, like once a week, begging your doctor to give you antibiotics. He'll just say no, 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 no. So then like 8 months later, you're like suffering from these infections, and then you'll be lucky if they'll be like, okay, we'll let you have antibiotics. So that's why I'm so envious at other countries where if they want medications, they can just go buy them. I hate the fucking Canada system. It's got to be one of the worst healthcare systems in the world. That's why I always laugh when I see people on the other places like, oh, Canada healthcare, it's amazing. It's like, yeah, it's amazing if you need like heart surgery or like a lung transplant or something, because that operation will cost shitloads, and without it, you could never afford it. But if it's any other condition, like something actual common that you get, you're fucked. There's no way you're getting help from Canada. You'd be lucky if you wait 6 to 8 months to even be seen. That's what I was thinking. Isn't it weird how I'm going in for like a colonoscopy to check for cancer? There's a wait list of like 8 months. It's like, dear God, like some of the cancer, like the survival rate isn't even that long. So can you imagine I did have it? I'd probably be dead before the appointment even came. So yeah, there's Canadian healthcare for you. Get in line. If you have money to pay for treatments, you can't, because paying isn't even an option. Goddamn communism. I don't want to always be mocking communism because there's a lot of hot babes, and I know from Eastern Europe who still actually like communism, so there must be something good to it. I like the non-copyright system. Oh, you can just like copy everything and free market. Some company's bitching that you copied their idea, made it better. You can just say, fuck you, company. You should have made it better yourself then, you morons. See, that's the free market, right? Like the whole copyright system where it's like, I'm rich, therefore anyone who has less money than me can't start a business because I have it copyrighted. It's like, fuck that shit. That's the system that the royal families invented so that they could suppress the peasants so that they can never start an uprising and take over the royals. That's where like communism and the fucking whole royal family and the copyright. Well, that's the thing. I just said communism. But communism is the one that would stop that. They'd be like, oh yeah, this royal family wants to prevent you. They would just take everyone's money. So who knows? Maybe communism will work out. The way China's expanding, it could end up taking over the world anyway. So cheers to communism. Yeah, so what other good news? Oh yeah, did anyone hear the crypto news? What was it? What country was it? Brazil? Some big country in South America. They just added a new cryptocurrency as their like main currency. And they're like, oh, this is such a good idea because cryptocurrencies always go up. And it's like, have you ever seen cryptocurrencies? Cryptocurrency is like a roller coaster. It's like up 100,000, down 10,000, up. It's like fucking over and over again. What a ride. So that's why I would never want to put my country's currency on that because, dear God, man, if you got paid in that, you'd be like, all right, today I got paid a normal wage. And then you wake up the next day and you'd find, oh, my normal wage just dropped to like 0. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, you can't have a currency that's just like rocketing up and down like that because then why the hell would you go to work? It's like, well, I'm going to go to work to earn some currency that could just drop to 0 the next day. It's like, fuck that shit. I would just like stay home and like brew beer or something and at least have booze. Then I'd be like, hey, I can trade this booze for bread or something. Something stable. Not like this currency that could be worth nothing the next day. Yeah, not to completely bash crypto. It's not a bad thing to do if you have like extra play money to just horse around with, but I just said you shouldn't horse around. So I don't know. My one friend that was in Mexico, I think she's okay. Haven't heard any bad news from Mexico. I'm pretty sure they had the tsunami warning. Never happened. So that's good news. I don't think only one person died from the whole quake. Not that a person dying is good, but when you have a 7.0 earthquake and hotels and buildings collapsing, it's quite a miracle that only one person died. Excuse me. So praying for the family and friends of that person. Man. Alright, so what happened last time we were playing the game is, let's see, what did happen? Oh yeah, we were doing the casino spins and we did unlock a Darius. So that's what I was thinking. It's a good idea that... Did we go to that one already? Yeah, we did. So that's what I was thinking. I should check the Darwin lab and see if I can make Darius gold. Because I'm pretty sure I need Darius gold for a few different recipes. So having another gold Darius, or I don't even know if I have one. Let's check. Yeah, so if any of the viewers are watching and they have an idea of who I could use Darius for, let me know. Help speed this process up. Well, let's see if we even have enough to make him. I'm pretty sure we either had 1 or 2 copies of him before. So when we got this new copy, should be... Oh, look at that, eh? We got enough fat chilies to make a gold one. Yeah, I think I'm starting to reach the point where I'll be able to make some new red heroes soon. Let's hope. Yeah, and then my Stonehenge research, that was going pretty good. I checked the professor, and he recently updated his article about it, and it's got some really good information. I even got some new files from him. It was funny, a lot of the stuff that he posted on there really closely matches my research, and I don't know how that happened. If he already had it on there and I didn't notice, or it's just a coincidence that he started adding some of the stuff that actually agrees with my research. That'd be weird. I don't think he follows my research at all. Oh, yeah, we do. We have enough Dariuses. Alright, so let's check the Darwin lab and see what we need to make Darius gold. It is kind of neat to get vindication like that, because I know a lot of times people just make fun of me all the time, so when something actually does work out, it's like, oh yeah, take that, critics. Alright, Kuza. I haven't even seen her before. I don't know if she's been added recently or what the deal. She's got a nice thong. I like that. Oh, you can clear the rage. That's pretty cool. I don't know, what I really want is just a hero that stops that goddamn reflecting magic. If I had some way to stop the reflecting magic, I could advance so far in the game. Fucking stupid reflecting magic, it's like the stronger I get, just the faster I die. So, it's really kind of a piss off. I don't even want to play that anymore. Because it's so frustrating, I just get stronger and die. Stronger and die. What the fuck class is Darius? I could have swore he was this class. What? Oh, there he is. Okay, I was going to say, what the fuck? Alright, so we can make a gold Darius, I think. Do we got Hitler and Bin Laden? I'm pretty sure we do. Let's check if we have a Hitler and Bin Laden. I don't want to get too carried away saying Hitler's name. Get my channel taken down. No, it was nice. Some of my friends from up north messaged today. Hadn't heard from them in a while. So that was nice too. I was kind of hoping this summer to go up and visit her, but things aren't working out because my uncle's still in rough shape and I really don't have anyone else to help. So, yeah, I won't be traveling up north anytime soon. So that's really why I got to try to focus on getting some more local dates. As it is nice to travel and go on dates, it's more realistic if I can't travel to arrange something closer to home. Which is realistic too, because I don't know, I met a really nice woman before and she was telling me the same thing. As great as it would be if we worked out, it was like better off just finding someone closer. So yeah, try to take that advice to heart. Man, I don't think we have Hitler. I don't see him anywhere. Son of a bitch. Right, so I guess we won't be making Darius gold. Who we should make gold is... Do we really not have him? Damn. Now, I was thinking one of the good news is we've been collecting these things. Where is it? Oh yeah, the daily task. No, the bonus. We're going to have Caesar, not this week, but next week. So next week we'll have a new Caesar, and I'm pretty sure that's good because we need Caesar. Well, I think we need a whole bunch of them, so one won't really be enough, but it's better. We can start working our way towards a new Caesar. Yeah, I kind of like these shows. Here I got a like and no viewers. That's what I was thinking. Sometimes I don't get any viewers and there won't be any likes, but hey, we got a like already. Alright, so let's do some of these battles. Why not? And we'll turn off quick battle and we'll turn on the extra health so we don't die right away. Yeah, let's try... Oh, let's put that there. Oh, no, let's put that there. Alright, let's try... Oh, wait, no, that there. Alright, let's try this. No, ideally, what I'd like to get out of a date, really, is just be able to get a nice hug or something. That'd be great. Because really, once you've had, like, I don't know how many years of socialization. It seems like 4 years, but I think it's closer to 3. But either way, even just a nice hug would be nice. Whole bit of holding hands. I know most people are probably looking for more than that, but for me, it's like, I don't know. I don't usually like to rush into things either way, so it's like, hopefully we can start things slow. Yeah, who knows? Maybe our personalities will be a really bad conflict, but we'll see. That's one dangerous thing I know. I shouldn't be scheduling dates with women with like really nice boobs because It's like my kryptonite. I'll just agree with everything. Now, I remember that happened to me one time with a woman I was dating. Personalities were more friendly like, but man, I just couldn't stop dating her because she had such nice boobs. And I was like, oh God, I can't keep doing this. It's mean. Hey, Tony, how's it going? How was my day? Today was actually really good. Went outside for a swim, cut the lawn. It was a day off work, so I got to relax a bit. Well, if you count cutting the lawn relaxing. But yeah, the only thing was the pool. I got in the pool a little bit late, and Canada's weather right now is just fucked. It's like literally like a heat wave for part of the day, but as soon as it gets to the evening, you're looking at near frost. So that's kind of one extreme to the next, all occurring in the same day. So yeah, when I went into the pool and I tested the water, it felt like I was getting into like ice. It's like I swear you could see icicles on the edge of the pool. So I was like, oh God, should I just get out? And then I'm like, well, I got all ready to go in the pool, so I might as well try to force myself to swim in the cold water and see if I can warm up just from the swimming. So yeah, I swam around in circles for like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. Got a decent workout, warmed up a bit. But when I got out of the pool, I could definitely feel that I shouldn't have done that because I almost feel like I got a runny nose now. So yeah, that was definitely too cold. Kind of makes me sad because when I was at different customers' houses cutting their grass and they have really nice pools, I'm like, oh God, I wish I could just jump in the pool. Then I did and it was too cold. Tony said he's back in school. Congratulations. Yeah, you're so lucky. It's like some of my favorite dreams when I go to sleep at night is when I dream about being back in school. It's like, I don't know, school, it's like one of those things you think it's going to last forever. It kind of gets on your nerves. You're like, oh God, I'm going to be in school forever. And then as soon as it's over, you're like, oh shit, that went so fast. Oh yeah, does anyone, well, probably not unless you're in Canada. If you heard what happened in my city. In my city, like a lot of people have just been bending over and taking the government rules like without any objection. And whatever like protests we had in our city were like very small scale, like a couple hundred people in a city of like 1 million. So it's like, yeah, there's definitely like almost no protest, just everyone complying with like the tyranny and government control. But I could tell like every time I like talk about like the tyranny getting out of hand, a lot of adults would just shit on me and say, hey, bend over, take the government orders, and if you don't, you're a fucking prick for not being part of the team. I'm like, I don't care. If like there's good rules, I'll follow them. But if there's like a government taking away all my human rights, I don't think that's right for any reason. So yeah, it's like I was noticing a trend. When I type it in, a lot of old people would rip me, but a lot of younger people would tend to agree. Because a lot of these younger people, they agreed at first with the old people because like, oh, we got to stop this. But then a lot of the younger people are like, they're really smart, right? They notice that like all these rules with this and this, none of it's working. So they were starting to realize like, why are we doing all this stuff that's not working and it's ruining everyone's lives, right? Like even the people that are healthy and not affected by the virus, their lives are getting ruined by these rules. So it's like, it's helping no one and it's ruining shitloads of lives. So that's why I was like, these young people are definitely going to start rising up soon. And when I noticed too was a lot of them are already prepaid their school. Like you pay for university and it's shitloads of money, right? They're looking at going in debt for the rest of their life and they're not even getting the education. Normally how it goes is you pay all that money for the education. The kids just skip class, go partying. And then, sure, they get all this debt, no job, but at least they enjoyed the partying part of it, right? So now it's like a whole new system where you pay all this money, you go in debt, and you can't party, and you don't get the education. So people are like, what the fuck, right? We're paying like our whole life's worth of debt and getting nothing out of it. So this is what happened. The students in our university, in our city, the schools did it again. They're like, hey, everyone can come, prepay the classes, and we'll decide as the year goes what happens. So a lot of the students are already on edge. They're like, holy fuck, are we going to pay all this money and get ripped off again? Like, it sort of just happened 2 years in a row. So what happened was the students set up an outdoor barbecue for like a couple hundred people. Like, you're talking a university campus with thousands of students. So just a barbecue outside with like a couple hundred people, you think that'd be okay, right? Because if you come to our city, there's like anti-Canada protests where people are marching up and down the street calling Canada a piece of shit and like telling everyone that if you support Canada, you're a prick and all this because we're an evil country full of racists. It's like, dear God, man, you allow that protest to happen in our city where they're all jammed together, no masks, no social distancing rules, all going around like screaming and rallying, saying, oh, Canada's a piece of shit. And the police just stand back and say, oh, that's fine, that's fine. But as soon as the students went to have a fucking barbecue with a couple hundred people, guess what the cops did? They spent millions in taxpayer revenue, went to that barbecue and busted all the students and gave them like huge fines. And the students are like, what the fuck? We just saw these protests get away with murder. We can't even have a fucking barbecue outside with a couple hundred people. So guess what the students did? They took their tickets, ripped them up, went back to campus, got 10 of their friends each, came back with like 2,000 people, put a couch in the middle of the street, lit it on fire, and started dancing around it, telling the cops to go fuck themselves. And I was like, holy shit, did the students really just do that? This is like such a liberal city where everyone just bends over and takes the authority. So I was like, whoa, the students aren't taking it anymore. Now, I don't preach civil disobedience. We got to follow the rules and all that, but it reminds me of Tiananmen Square in China, right? When the students just rised up and said, fuck that shit. We're not taking it anymore, right? So I was like, I have faith in my city now. I'm like, sure, all these old people and like people my age, back in my day, we used to buy drugs from gangs. Now we just get them from the government. No, but people my age and the seniors, they're not going to be the only ones in the city that are just going to like stand back. There's going to be students that are going to be like, okay, enough is enough. You can't target us with these laws and then let other people break the same rules. Like, it's human right number 7. Each person must be treated equal by the law. The law can't just go, oh, you're allowed to do this. Oh, this person's not, even though it's the same laws. That's not how human rights work. So good for the students for actually standing up for themselves. Like, I was almost thinking, dear God, I should have went and filmed that protest, but it happened at night. So it wouldn't have turned out good on the footage. I know even the footage from like the other police and news agencies, they just showed the couch burning because that was the only thing that would show up good in the footage. So I was like, I don't know what's going to happen in Canada next. I'm pretty sure if the students try that again, our city's probably going to bring in the military. And then once you got like tanks trying to stop students, that'll just be like Tiananmen Square all over again, right? Except in Canada, of all places. So it's pretty fucked up situation. Yeah, and then here's everyone saying, oh, just take these, it'll answer all our problems. I don't know if anyone heard in Israel, they have the highest rate of this. Like, they're already on their 3rd one, right? And guess how much cases they have? Fucking most in the world. So I was like, dear God, everyone has this, even the 3rd one, and they have the most cases. So I don't know how anyone's going to continue saying that means that it's working. I know I already heard like thousands of people, oh, that means it's working. It's like, really? We better water our plants with some fucking electrolytes while we're at it. Right? Not to say that this doesn't help anyone. Maybe it does, but I've yet to see any evidence for it other than what's coming from Moderna. Moderna scientists say it's safe. It's like, really? You mean the ones that just got hired because the last panel was fired for telling the truth? Oh, well, to each their own. Yeah, so I hope everyone enjoys school while you can, because just imagine, you could be in Canada paying for your school, and then all of a sudden the government's just like, oh, well, you can't have any school anymore. We're keeping the money. Can you imagine? You're like, oh, don't worry, you can just pay to come back another year. It's like, what the fuck, right? I'd be so pissed. Now, let's hope Kaminsky's all right, because I know Kaminsky was saying that he actually had it, and he was in rough shape, as far as I know, last time, so hopefully he's not in intensive care or something. Because I know some people, like, especially when you're obese, even if you're young, it can definitely take you for a ride, right? Just like the flu, man. If you get the flu when you're obese, it can definitely give you a ride too, right? So I don't know, like that's why I'm keep focusing on the weight loss goals. Let's check my phone, see what I got down to. Yesterday I got down to a new number, so let's see what it is. I went a little bit extreme with my diet because I started to feel like the actual like hunger problems, where I noticed I was low in different nutrients and my body wasn't functioning so good anymore. Oh yeah, I made it to 203. So I literally lost 20 pounds in 8 days. No, 7 days. So that's a lot of weight to lose in 7 days, but dear God, do I ever feel better? Other than the weakness, it's like, just like I can breathe, my clothes fit properly again. It's like fucking a miracle. Losing 20 pounds is like a miracle for me, especially when I reach that weight. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. I got that big date coming up on Saturday. Lost some weight for it. That's perfect too. I was thinking that was going to be embarrassing if I had a date because my profile pictures kind of made me look like the weight I am now. So if I met someone, they'd be like, oh God, you look quite a bit heavier than your profile picture. So at least now I match it. Thank God. Hey, Jacob, welcome back. No, who is that I was thinking? Jacob Menzies. His name sounds so familiar. I think it's one of the Rebel reporters has the same name. That's could it be. Like I always watch Rebel Media. I'm pretty sure one of the reporters has the same name. Keep hearing it. So I don't know, anyone hear about the Clone Evolution news coming up? I don't know if the Hunger Games is coming back. Oh yeah, tonight at midnight we should have the new event back. So who knows what events they're going to give us. If I had to guess, they're going to give us the regular event, and then they'll probably give us some weird event. Like, I don't know, did anyone write down the cycle of when we got our last strange events? I think it went Abyss, then it went Chess, and what was the other one? Man, this bearded guy just won't die. He's not getting poisoned enough. That's what it is. I should have put the Sea King to poison him. Yeah, so if the rest of the week goes well, I'll get the new podcast done on Friday. Hopefully it goes well. The date on Saturday will go well. And then all of a sudden maybe my mood will start to improve. I'll be like, hey man, there's like a lot of things going good. This should help cheer me up. Or it could be a disaster, and even if it's a disaster for either of those or both, at least I'll have something actually to be upset about. It sucks when you're upset and there's nothing going wrong, because there's nothing you can improve then. Alright, so do we get our hands on the gold chest, or did I just refresh it? I think I just refreshed it and didn't get the gold chest. I don't know if anyone was paying attention. Please tell me I got the gold chest. Even if I didn't, just lie to me. Alright, let's go. Yeah, let's start. Oh yeah, that was the other big video game news I heard too, is Pat and Ian from the CU podcast? Who is it? Pat sometimes talks a lot about wrestling, and I'm not really big into wrestling, even though my uncle was, and I used to go watch WWE with him all the time at the bars. But yeah, I'm not really into wrestling. But oh yeah, and then he also started to get into paranormal stuff. He's talking about the X-Files a lot now. So I'm actually thinking of calling in to the podcast for CU Podcast and asking, who is it? Not Ian. Pat. I'm going to ask him why he likes X-Files. So did he have like some sort of UFO encounter or Bigfoot or something? Or he just likes paranormal in general and had never got into it? So that's probably the question I'm going to ask. And man, if they aired the question, I'll be so happy. Because, man, I love that show. I've been watching it, like, their episodes pretty much religiously since Amico came out. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. When Amico first came out, or the news of Amico came out, I used to watch the CU podcast just when they talked about it in television. But after I started to watch them enough, I started to get addicted to the show, so I'd watch any topic they do. Yeah, it's a pretty good show they got going. I don't know if anyone hasn't seen it before. I didn't like it at first, but after watching it, it tends to grow on you. I think what it is Pat and Ian are very full of themselves, so they sound like kind of arrogant pricks. So when I watched the show, I was like, oh, these guys are just arrogant pricks. But as time went on, I started to hear them more and more. I realized they actually do know a lot about what they're talking about. So in a way, they kind of can justify being arrogant about it because they actually do know a lot about it. It's not like one of those people that's just like super full of themselves and they're full of shit like me. No, just kidding. No, so yeah, like Pat and Ian. Like Ian, he worked at a game store, so he really does know a lot about games. He's worked in the industry for years. So as much as I was thinking he's a bit arrogant for saying he knows everything about games, he actually does know a lot about them. Oh, fuck, we died. Holy shit, we died on this one? Fucking, oh wait, what the fuck is going on? Why are we dying on that one? There's no one in here that should be killing us. What the fuck? Alright, let's switch this with this. Try that. Excuse me. Sorry. It's the beer's fault. I had nothing to do with it. Now, I haven't really decided what we're going to do for the date. I'm pretty sure on Saturday she's just going to come over and maybe we'll go swimming. I was thinking that's kind of a weird first date to go swimming because you're kind of like seeing each other half naked like right off the bat. But it's not always a bad thing. I've actually gone to a nude beach for a first date before, and that was even weirder, to say the least. Well, actually, we didn't go all the way to the nude beach. We went to a regular beach, and then as a joke, I'm like, hey, do you want to go to the nude beach? And she's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, what? You do? It's like, I kind of said that as a joke. No, in hindsight, I should have took her to the nude beach because she is super hot body, but I don't know. It was already at the point where I knew it wasn't going to work out between us, and if I saw her naked, it was just going to make me Joan so bad. So I was like, let's just call it here. Go to the regular beach. Fantasizing about her in a bikini is enough for me. Man, oh man. No, I just got really upset because this other woman had to leave, and I was like, oh God, I was going to miss her so bad. So I was like, man, if I haven't seen her naked, I probably won't miss her even more. Let's hope. Man, oh man. Now, you never know. Like, people from Eastern Europe or Europe in general, I guess, are more comfortable with nude beaches. But to me, that seemed pretty awkward to, like, go to a nude beach for a first date. That's one thing that's kind of neat about Toronto. If anyone hasn't been to Toronto, they do have a nude beach. How it works is there's, like, a big city, Toronto, and then they have Toronto Island. So you can take a ferry to go across to the island. It's about $10 or so. And then once you're on the island, there's like tons of trailers, cottages, or not trailers, all cottages. And there's parks. There used to be an amusement park, but they took it down. There's a disc golf course. And then there's beaches. And then there's one nude beach. Oh, and there's an airport too. A lot of people in Toronto complained about the airport because they're like, dear God, why would you put an airport so close to the city? But it's just a small plane airport, so it's not like you got 747s landing like that one island, Saint Martin. I don't know if anyone's seen the Saint Martin beach where they have like jetliners that like literally you can almost jump and touch them from the beach because that's how close the airport is to the beach. So the planes are coming down. It's like you can feel like gusts of wind as they just miss you on the beach and then land on the runway. My brother told me about it and I didn't believe him. Like, it can't be that close. And then I watched the videos on YouTube. I'm like, holy shit, people are like that close to the runway. One false move by the pilot and he's going to be crushing people on the beach. All right, let's go to the regular battle because I already finished my beer quick and I don't want to die in that one. So we'll start this battle, we'll let it run through, and I'll just run grab my beer. And I'm only going to drink 2 beers tonight because I got to work tomorrow. Still trying to lose weight, so I don't want to plow back the calories from beer. All right, let's do it. Well, we'll battle... Yeah, let's go with the advanced one. God, man, I really wish my team was better. Let's see. Swap her with... Yeah, let's put... Oh, wait, that's why. He's not even boosted. So let's do that. We'll finish boosting him up with some robots, and then we'll go in and try that. My beer is going to have to wait a few seconds or minutes. Hey, what's up, Q? How's it going, man? Long time no see. Holy shit, we're 4 viewers and 2 likes. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. It's not a bad ratio. If anyone wants to help improve it. Now, if anyone's wondering how my travel vlog's going, I don't know how it happened. I think I posted on Facebook that I got a new travel vlog that I'm almost finished editing. And I got all these people messaging me asking about it. I'm like, dear God, is there really that many people that are following when my next travel vlogs are coming out? I didn't think anyone would mention it. Especially since my other travel videos aren't very good. So I was like, geez, why is everyone so interested about it coming out? But yeah, let's hope when I'm finished editing, it turns out okay. I have to say it's like one of my better travel vlogs, but it's still, the bar is really low because I haven't had a good one yet. I had maybe an average one at best. My Toronto train video, I don't know if anyone's seen that one. That's pretty much my best travel vlog as far as viewers and comments and likes. So if you're into wanting to see my best example of a travel video, watch the Toronto train trip. Can't even remember the title of it now. Alright, so let's boost him up. And after we're finished boosting him up, I'll go grab another beer. Then we'll call it for beer because I don't want to get hammered. Gotta work tomorrow. No, work is definitely helping me lose the weight. I know I felt so drained the last shift, but man, when I got home and stepped on the scale, I'm like, alright, it was worth it. 20 pounds in a week. It's like, dear God. Now, if anyone thinks, like, how the hell is that possible to lose 20 pounds in a week? It's because I was 220 some pounds, right? So I was like borderline obesity. And I was like chugging back chocolate milk and eating chocolate bars and ice cream like nonstop. So as soon as I stopped doing that and just went to like very tiny amounts of normal food, no sweets at all, then yeah, and you're working out like all day in the blazing heat. I was fucking walking like 30 kilometers a day in a heat wave while exercising. No, like when you cut grass, I don't know if anyone's cut grass before. If you're pushing the lawnmower, that part's not too hard, right? But if you have to do the string trimming, like that little edge cutter, man, that thing is a fucking workout. So yeah, if you're doing that job in the blazing heat wave, don't be surprised if you lose weight quick. Yeah, too quick, really. No, if I told my doctor that I lost like 20 pounds in a week, he'd probably be pissed, right? You're not really supposed to lose weight that fast. That's dangerous. But hey, I fucking needed to lose weight, so I shouldn't be that upset that it went that quick. Alright, let's try him. There we go. Now I'm trying to get as many purple jewels as I can, because I love the purple jewels. So even though this is a small reward, as long as it includes the purple jewels, I'm happy. Now, if anyone's wondering who my podcast guest is this Friday, it's not a video game topic show. It's paranormal stuff. And we're going to be talking about Santeria. It's kind of like a religion / paranormal show because I don't know if anyone's heard of Santeria before. I really hadn't before. But even though it's like a normal religion, it definitely has some like paranormal aspects to it. Like readings and stuff like that, or talking to spirits. So yeah, there is some different stuff with this religion. So if you haven't heard of Santeria before and you want to check it out, I highly recommend tuning into the podcast this Friday. I don't know if we'll be able to do any readings live on the show. I forgot. I gotta check the YouTube rules on that, because they might actually have rules against it, so we'll have to check. But no, Santeria's got a lot of the stuff about the immortality rituals. So yeah, if you ever wanted to learn how to become an immortal, that's why the Freemasons are so into it. I found out the Freemasons like to try to strive to become immortal as well. So it's kind of a weird goal. I definitely wouldn't want to become immortal. I've read too many stories about what it's like to become immortal, and it's not all the great as it sounds. Actually, most of the gods that were immortal, they always admired mankind because their lives were really boring, because they couldn't ever die, right? So they would look at humanity and they'd be like, oh my God, I wish I could be human, because we get so much more action than they do. That's what it makes me wonder too, is how did we get to the Earth? It almost makes you wonder, like maybe the Immortals had something to do with it. They wanted to become mortal, so they found a way to get on the Earth, and then that's how we exist right now. I could be wrong about that, obviously, but it's a little bit suspicious to me. Like all of a sudden the Immortals are gone, and then we're here, and we can't figure out how we got here. It's really weird, right? I know a lot of people will go with the Darwin evolution theory about how we got here, but there's definitely as many holes in that as Swiss cheese. So it's a neat idea. It'd be kind of cool if it's true, but I really don't think it is. Oh yeah, and did anyone hear the amazing news today about the Matrix? I was following some Facebook pages, and they told me that the Matrix trailer is launching this Thursday. So yeah, a few hours, or tomorrow. So if anyone hasn't seen the Matrix movies, oh yeah, it was Trinity. Trinity was on the show a couple episodes ago. She said her name is actually named after the character from the Matrix. It was one of those movies back in the day. It was so good, people would name their kids after it. That's weird. Why is this stuff already equipped? Didn't I just have them in the Darwin lab? Maybe it doesn't automatically unequip it anymore. That'd be cool. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to watching that trailer. But to be honest, I don't want to get my hopes up too much because I've seen what happened with the making of it. And there used to be two brothers that made the original Matrix movies. Then they had sex change operations or just identified as women. I'm not sure which. And something happened in their family where one of their family members died while they were making the movie. Maybe that had something to do with the trauma that resulted in them changing their genders. But I don't know. But anyways, one of the brothers slash sisters stopped making movies. So now it's just one of them making the movies. And that's kind of scary because if you have two people making something and it turns out really good, sort of like a band, right? If a band is making something and it turned out really good, but one of those band members leaves, then you're sort of skeptical, right? Is that band still going to be good even though it's missing one of the crucial members? So I don't know if that happened with The Matrix. Maybe it's not going to be a good movie, but I'm sure hoping it is. Because I haven't really seen a good movie in about a decade, so it's been a while since I've seen a good movie. It's been a while. All right, Team 1. God, so many weak heroes. Let's kick their ass. Alright, so I'll be back, everyone. We're just going to go grab my beer. Hey, we made it up to 3 likes, but we're down to 1 viewer. So I guess everyone had to go, but... Or not everyone. We still got 1 here. I'll be right back. Just grabbing my drink. Now, something that kind of freaks me out about getting into relationships is normally when I get into relationships, it makes me super happy all the time. So I don't know if that's really the greatest for my personality type because I've almost become accustomed to being in a bad mood all the time, or at least being cynical. I shouldn't say a bad mood. So it'd be kind of like a complete flip-flop of my entire personality for like the past 10 years or whatnot, but... No, I shouldn't say 10 years, less than that, but... But who knows? Maybe I'll become happy and actually adapt to it. Oh, Jacob's asking, did he miss the gold Darius? No, what happened is I went to make gold Darius, and I believe we don't have a Hitler. So we're missing one of the crucial ingredients and couldn't make them. So if we can get our hands on a Hitler somehow, let's see. I'll go through here. Is Hitler in this list and I'm just not seeing him? I don't think so. Sometimes I'll have Hitler and just not even notice him. What class is Hitler? I think, was he green? Let's just look up Hitler and see what class is he. Hitler, where are you? Now, I was thinking if I made the gold Darius, then I would have some ingredients for some pretty wild heroes. So, if we can get our hands on them. Oh, Hitler's Fire. Is that what it is? That would make sense. Hitler in the pits of hell. Oh, he's purple. That's it. Thank you. Speed it up. That's what she said. Just kidding. Hopefully, no. Her wolf. So, yeah, he's chaos. Let's see if we have him. I don't think we do. If I had to guess, it's a no. I'm pretty sure we just used him in another ingredient, so we shouldn't have done that, but... Right, does anyone see Hitler? We needed a Bin Laden. We got him. No, we don't have any Hitlers. Isn't that a piss off, eh? The one ingredient we need, we don't have. Son of a whore. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Now, if anyone's wondering what happened in the big storm yesterday, my region got hammered by a big storm. But thankfully, it just narrowly avoided most of my region. Although some people I know, they said their gardens got completely destroyed. So I was like, holy shit. I guess I was very fortunate that didn't happen here. And there were some big trees like the size of, like, I don't know, giant tree trunks ripped right out of the ground. That's the one thing about where we live. When you have those extreme weather changes from like really cold to like really hot and then back and forth, God, that's a recipe for huge storms. That's why they call my region Tornado Alley. There's actually people like storm chasers from all over the world that come to where I live because we're in Tornado Alley. We have like one of the highest ratios of tornadoes, except maybe for the States where they get lots too. Hey, Gusto's here as well. Holy shit, Gusto, what's up? Jacob, Tony, everyone's here. I was hoping George would be able to tune in soon too. I was going to ask him what region he's from. Actually, one of the guests that I got coming on Friday, I think he said he's a Cherokee native or Indian, whatever they prefer to be called these days. People, tribe. So yeah, I think that was a weird thing. I didn't know too many First Nations people were into Santeria. I always thought that was like what do they call it? The tropical island religions, but I could be wrong about that, I guess. Yeah, let's give this battle a go. Alright, so we're back up to 3 viewers. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, I think we're okay in the clear. If anyone is watching the hurricane show, or the earthquake show, I checked today's earthquakes. The only other big one was one weird one in Texas, so that'd be strange, eh? I don't think Texas has too big of a history with getting destroyed by earthquakes, but yeah, apparently they've been rocking a bit today. Yeah, did anyone watch the episode? Joe Rogan finally came back after his hiatus because he had the virus we're not allowed to talk about. And he was joking. Well, I think he was semi-serious. He was saying that he probably should sue CNN because CNN's doing that thing where they're like doing libel, where they're like saying false information about him and spreading it all over the news. Because what he said that is when he was off with the virus, he threw everything at it. Like he took all the medications that he had prepared just in case he caught it. So he took the one that we're not allowed to talk about. See if I'm allowed to show it. He took some of this, and people said that it was the animal kind, right? Like, you know, you can get it for horses and you can get it for people. But he was laughing at them because he's like, man, Joe Rogan's like one of the richest people in the world. So why the hell would he take the pet kind, right? It's like, he's like, man, he doesn't need to take pet medications. All he did was go to his like $1 million doctors. He's got like teams of the best doctors in the world, right? Why the hell would he take veterinarian medicine? So what he did is he had his best doctors prescribe him the actual human kind because he can afford it, right? Like he's a rich guy. He doesn't have to go out and buy the vet kind. So when CNN was going on the news saying that he took the horse kind, he's like, I could actually sue them for that because you can't go around making up like defamatory stories about people. Like CNN's like a legitimate news source, right? They can't go around publishing bad information about people without threat of being sued. Like, I don't know if anyone heard about that kid before where CNN was like bashing some kid, and the kid's like, what the hell is CNN doing? So he sued the shit out of them and got millions of dollars. It's like, yeah, it's like CNN's got to watch their ass. They got to stop spreading those lies because people are actually going to sue the shit out of them for it, right? So, yeah, so Joe, actually the weirdest part about Joe's interview is he was honest about what happened, I think. Oh, fuck, or we're dying. He was like, he caught it the one day, went and got the test, and he said that he had been on a big drinking binge, where he was like partying and drinking with a whole bunch of people and traveling all over the world, so they were all jet lagged. And he thinks that's the reason his immunity got so low that he caught it. So anyways, he caught it, got the test, like the rapid test, found out he had it, so he took the medications right away. So he took that one, the human version, not the animal kind, even though it's the same drug, just lower doses. And then he also took the one that he called, I forget what he called it, like monocule antibiotics. And then his guest was asking, like, what the hell is that, right? It's basically millionaires have this new drug that they're allowed to take and other regular people can't get. It's like this some sort of super antibiotic. And then his guest is like, well, where did you hear about that, right? He's like, that's what Trump took. So I was like, oh, that makes sense, right? Trump wasn't taking this. He had the fucking top of the line doctors. So yeah, monocule antibodies. Hey, Wick News 800. Yeah, thanks, appreciate it. Or 8100. So I'm not really sure that the Ivor thing we're not allowed to talk about was actually what cured him. It could have been those monocule antibodies, or it could just be he recovered quick. So what happened was, is he threw everything at it, felt like shit, and then the next day he woke up and he was better. So his whole infection was like less than 24 hours. So I was like, holy shit, right? Like whatever he took worked really good, especially when you think Joe Rogan's an old guy too, right? I don't know how old. I think he's 50s, or I think he's either mid 50s or late 50s. Could be wrong about that. Or it could be early 50s. I'll have to check. If anyone knows how old Joe Rogan is. Oh yeah, that's why we keep dying. I have the wrong team order here. Let me go back out of this. Let's move this guy to there, to there, to there. Yeah, Joe Rogan, when I first started watching him, he had a full head of hair. And he looked like such a sissy with hair. That's why when I went bald, I was like, man, a lot of people that go bald actually look better without hair. Especially when I seen Joe Rogan, I was like, dear God, Joe looks so like weak and easy to beat up when he has hair. I don't know, for me, that's what it was too. As soon as I see someone with bald head, I'm like, ooh, are you like a martial artist or a strong guy or something? Normally when I see someone with hair, I'm like, oh, are you like an office worker or some sort of like sissy? No, I'm just kidding. I shouldn't make fun of people with hair, but it should be fair ground, right? Like how many people with hair make fun of bald people? No, if I was in UFC and I had to pick someone to fight, I'd pick the person with hair. All right, we're just getting our asses whooped even worse. So let's get the hell out of here. We'll come back later. Yeah, Joe Rogan used to have hair. Man, that was a long time ago. No, I actually watched the first UFC at my uncle's house. Or step uncle, I should say. And it's neat. His dad, I found out later, turns out to be like one of the chiefs of the tribes in Canada, where I'm supposed to go on like a vision quest. And I was like really freaked out because I'm like, God, if I go to this like First Nations reserve and tell them I'm on a vision quest, how the hell are they going to believe me? They'll look at me and say, hey, you're just some white guy. Get the hell out of here. You don't know anything about our culture, or you have no connection to us. And then I was like, wait a minute. I'm kind of lucky because my step uncle is actually the freaking son of the chief. So I don't know if that'll get me in the door. Let's hope. I don't even know if I will complete that vision quest one day. Maybe. I probably will. We'll see how it goes. That's how I figure. If my health gets really bad, then I'll have no choice to do it because I'll be like, oh shit, I'm going to die soon. So either I go do it now or never. I shouldn't put that kind of pressure on it, but yeah. Now, if anyone's wondering what my vision quest is, some people get dreams about what to do, and that's basically what. I won't get into too much details because it's a really weird story, but hey, if you want to check out my paranormal shows, yeah, you can definitely find out more information about it there. I might even do an update about it, because the last time I gave anyone an update about my dreams and vision quest was like almost like a decade ago, so I really should do an update. And so much has happened since. Alright, so which battle are we going to do next? I'm getting carried away with battles. We did that one, Oh, I remember. Oh, we didn't do the dungeon one. Why did I say I did it? Oh yeah, I did the wrong dungeon. Let's try the ordinary. Excuse me. Okay, so I don't want to be stronger in attacks, because that'll just kill me. Let's try this. Now that was when I was working for billionaires. Like I used to shine shoes for like 10 years, so I got to meet like some of the richest people in the world and like talk to them every day. And a lot of them were like really bald guys. So I was like, I don't know what it is with the bald people crew. There's a lot of really successful bald people. That's how I was thinking Bill Gates. I'm pretty sure he's bald in real life, but he either got like fake hair or whatever. I'd be really surprised if he actually had natural hair. I think he's one of the people that looks funny when he got bald, so that's probably why he went with the artificial hair. Then actually, my niece was asking about that. She's like, why do some people have hair and some people don't? She's like, I don't know, like 5 years old or something, maybe a bit younger. I never really broke it down for her, but I was like, you know what I should have told her is like, it's kind of like how world works, right? When people are born, usually they have some sort of really good ability and they don't know what it is, and it's part of their life is they got to try to discover what that is. And it seems like people that are bald seem to have that sort of ability where they're going to be like some sort of successful, smart, rich person or something. And that's like Susan Boyle. I don't know if you ever seen her on what is it, America's Got Talent. It's like everyone was mocking her because she looks sort of like a fat old lady, and they're like, oh, how is she going to be like a famous singer someday? And people don't realize it's like that body type, like the opera singer, that's like the best body type you can have to sing. Sort of like the creator did it. He didn't give the ability to sing to like all the skinny babes. He gave it to a lot of the overweight people. It might not even be the creator. It's just something to do with genetics. I don't know, but... So that's why even if you're not skinny or you're not overweight and you're down in the dumps, it's like you never know. Like there could be some sort of ability that you have that someone else doesn't. Everyone's not the same, right? As much as our society tries to say that everyone's the same, we really aren't. Everyone's got their own special gifts. Yeah, I miss Susan Boyle. She was one of my favorite contestants on that show because I liked the songs she picked. They were pretty good for whistling. No, I should do a better tone, or not tone, beat. Because sometimes when I whistle, some people have commented that's the one thing I do bad for whistling, is sometimes I'll change the pace. So I'll speed a song up or slow it down. I don't really care what the tempo is. That's it, tempo. No, but she's a really good singer. I wouldn't mind to watch her again on America's Got Talent, but I guess she's moved on to other stuff now. I can't even remember how long ago that episode was. That was back when, what is it, Simon Caldwell or whatever his name didn't have plastic surgery yet. Yeah, his plastic surgery looked really rough at the beginning, but after it sort of healed up, you notice it doesn't look so bad anymore. I notice that's what a lot of people when they get plastic surgery. Looks like shit at first, but then a few years later it sort of like comes into its own where it doesn't look so bad anymore. Not that I'm promoting plastic surgery, but... So that's what I was thinking. You shouldn't really make fun of someone with plastic surgery because you never know. A couple of years later, they could look better than you. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, a lot of the richest people in the world, they're all bald, right? It's like you don't have hair, but you end up with money. Oh. That's what I was thinking. Men and women, they often fight about trying to be equal, but women do a lot of things better than men. So that's what I was thinking. Women shouldn't always be so upset about trying to be exactly the same as men, because there's definitely things they can do better, like nurturing and stuff. There's not too many guys that are nurturing parents. Fuck, man, we're just getting our asses wiped in this battle. It's pissing me off. It's not even the fucking gold chest. What the fuck? Oh, I see why. It's the fucking level 3-star Bifel. We couldn't even beat him if we had just him against us. That's what's happening. Yeah, once we get Skatey, that's going to help a lot. I really wish that whole Hunger Games problem didn't happen. We could have unlocked Genie, too. Oh, well. Alright, so anyone want to guess what's coming back? I think we're going to get the Hunger Games, and it's going to be it's either Monster Hunting, Abyss, or Chess. And if I had to guess, it's going to be Monster Hunting. Because does anyone remember what we did last? I'm pretty sure it went Chess, and then it was Abyss, and then it was Monster Hunting. So if we just had Chess last, then we should reset and start over again back at Monster Hunting. I could be wrong. I'm hoping it's Monster and Hunger. That'd be pretty good. Oh yeah, Jacob says he has been keeping track, and it is the Abyss up next. So is there like a cycle for it? You can keep track of it? That'd be cool. No one's probably heard the Susan Boyle song, but if you ever get a chance to listen to it, it's a good one. I like the reaction from all the fans, too, when they saw her sing. They're like, oh, my God. They all thought she was crazy. And I get teary-eyed every time the underdog wins, because I just always cheer for the underdog. It's like, all right, the underdog won. God, what are we going to battle next? Oh, yeah, I remember. I'm thinking we have nothing to battle, but we got the arenas. Oh, shit. Oh, I picked Regal, and we still beat him. That was close. Yeah, I can't even really remember what the Abyss is. Oh, yeah, that's the one where we get to pick a new team, is it? Those other events happen so infrequently, it's hard to keep track. Now, if anyone's worried about the whole crypto crash, man, there was a pretty big crash this week. But I think it just happened because they said some sort of glitch in the software. But I highly doubt that. Because I'm pretty sure the price of crypto is based on what it sells at. Because it's on the market. Whatever people are buying it for, that's what the price is. So how could that be a glitch? Unless the software is like accidentally putting the wrong price that they bought it for. It's the only thing I can think of. Oh, fuck off. Why am I dying? Alright, let's do some Summit Arena challenges. These are usually fun. Oh yeah, and we unlocked a whole bunch of these, so we can buy some shit. What should I buy? What are these? So do we want a random orange pet toy? Or do we want wrenches? Maybe some of the viewers can give me some advice what we should spend this on. I think the wrench is pretty good if you need to upgrade the pet toys you already have. But if you need new pet toys, this is where to get them, right? Alright, let's try to get someone with a reasonably low power. I think we can win this one. Fucking hell, eh? People just keep trying to like put a shitty team for the first team. And team 3 and 2 they make strong. So in order to beat him, I got to switch my teams around, which is so fucking annoying. I'm just going to play someone else. Like, I don't want to change all my heroes around every time I have to do a battle. Yeah, this is better. I think we can win this one. Alright, let's give it a try. All right, so Jacob says the cycle goes abyss, monster hunting, and then chess. Holy shit. Jacob says he has about 100K in Bitcoin right now. Do you mean like 100K Satoshi or actual Bitcoins? Because, man, if you had 100,000 Bitcoins, you'd be like a billionaire. Eh? Or you mean like US dollars worth, 100,000? Wow, that's pretty good. No, for me, my life savings, I got it up to, I think, around 20,000. But then I went broke because I couldn't work anymore. So now I have to use it for paying for my medical expenses and time off. But now I was hoping maybe I could get that savings up to 100,000 one day. That'd be sweet. I had some pretty shitty mistakes with my banking this week, so I even had to call the bank to correct it. So hopefully it isn't my dementia kicking in again. It's her memory loss, because damn, it sucks when you start fucking up all your finances. Hopefully it doesn't get worse. That's how I was thinking the date on Saturday. As much as I want to try to impress her and like just like sugarcoat everything, maybe I'll just be completely honest about it, because that's usually how I am. So instead of trying to pretend, be like, look, the main reason I'm having so much issues dating right now is because my memory sucks balls. Not in a good way. I probably won't put it to her like that. No, and it wasn't even just the memory. Just because of my life situation too. Taking care of my uncle is a lot of work, so you really don't have as much time to do other shit. That was one good thing, though. Actually, she was telling me after that she does have kids, and I was thinking, oh, that's not the greatest plan. But when I was thinking about it, if she's busy looking after kids, maybe she'll be able to relate how I'm busy. So two busy people might be able to relate better, rather than one person's really busy and the other person isn't. Then it wouldn't work out so good. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so wish me luck for Saturday. Actually, you don't need to wish me luck for Saturday. Wish me luck for Friday. That's the one where I'm doing the podcast, and if I can do that one really good, that'll probably make me even happier than if the date goes well. Because, man, I've really been looking forward to getting into podcasting again, because I love talking to people, and it sucks with all this social isolation. I've really hardly talked to anyone in the past 4 years. Maybe 4 or 5 people. It's kind of weird, right, when you think about it. I've only talked to like 4 or 5 people in the past 4 or 5 years. Other than people that are coming on the podcast. So, yeah, it'll be neat to talk to some other people, see what their perspective of what's going on these days. Yeah, Canada's gotten so freaky with the laws about not being able to talk to people. They made laws where you can be put in jail if you talk to people online. So I was like, holy shit, you can't even talk to people online without jail? And then they did the thing where you're not allowed to talk to people in public. So I was like, God, I can't talk to people online, can't talk to them in public. It's like, where exactly am I supposed to be talking to them now? I got to call them on the phone? Is that what's happening now? That's people like accuse Justin of being the worst leader, that he's like a tyrannical dictator. And I think that's where it comes in, is when he took away everyone's rights to talk to each other, right? Like, what kind of leader does that? It's like, I don't even think Kim Jong-il has done that kind of shit, right? Do they have rules in Korea where you're not allowed to talk to other people? That's fucked, right? Yeah, I was watching the news today. They were showing Toronto. This one guy, he's like in the town square going for a bike ride. He stops to eat because he bought some food. He's getting hungry, so he stopped biking. He just happened to stop in the town square where a protest was going on, and he started eating. The cops fucking tackled him to the ground and arrested him. He's like, dear God, what the hell's going on? I'm just trying to eat my fucking breakfast, right? Cops are beating him on the street, and I was like, holy shit. This is what Canada's become, right? It's like, I don't know. Does Korea do that? It's like, you can't even eat breakfast somewhere without the cops like tackling you to the ground and arresting you. Now, I shouldn't mock it, because like there's other countries that have it way worse. I'm sure Canada's still a paradise compared to most. It seems weird to me because Canada was a lot better before. So kind of like completely flip-flopped. but it isn't really that bad. Oh, congratulations, Jacob. He was saying that he bought 2.5 Bitcoin in 2017 for 5,000, and now he has around 100,000. Yeah, so congratulations, man. That's really good. You know, I came so close to making it big in Bitcoin. I had, what was it, $2,000, and I was like, should I buy Bitcoin or should I buy Entropia money? Like the deeds in Entropia. So what I did is I ended up buying the Entropia deeds, and I made about $10,000. Everyone's like, holy shit, you're so lucky. You spent $10,000, or you spent $2,000 and you won $10,000 from this investment. I was like, but that was when Bitcoin was worth pennies. So if I would have took $2,000 and invested in Bitcoin, can you imagine what I'd have now? I don't even want to know. Because, yeah, I think Bitcoin was at the penny mark at one point, right? Like, it was really low back in, like, when it first came out. And I was listening to an investment advisor, and he's like, man, invest in Bitcoin, invest in Bitcoin. I'm like, I'll just invest in Entropia. But I shouldn't mock it, because I actually made some of the nicest friends in my whole life in Entropia. So I really compared it to money or the best friends of my life. So can you really put a price on the best friends of your life? So I can't really bitch that much about it. But really, yeah, and can you imagine too, if I really did win all that money in Bitcoin, you know what would have happened? I would have become addicted to a lot of stuff. I would have probably became obese, probably would have got addicted to strippers or something, and I'd be dead already. So not to say that's a guarantee, but I really do have a pretty bad addictive personality. So really, like, giving me like hundreds of millions of dollars, it would probably be a death sentence. So in a way I could say, oh, I wish I would have won the money, but on the other hand, I'm like, I kind of like being alive too, right? No, so I'm glad you made that much money and didn't blow it all on strippers and booze and chicken wings. God, man, if I was just thinking, if I had $100 million, I'd probably weigh like 500 pounds. I would just plow back the best food I could buy. I'd be like chugging back like booze nonstop. It'd be horrible. It reminds me, did anyone ever watch the show about they track people that won the lottery to see what happened to their lives? And they took like 50 people or 20 people, followed them like 10 years later to see where they went with their money. And it was crazy. Something like 98% of the people all ended up either dead or homeless. I was like, holy shit, you think that people winning the lottery would actually improve their lives? But 9 times out of 10, it just ruins their life. Oh, he still kept the Bitcoin. Man, that'd be tempting just to take half of it out so that you could say, hey, at least I profited one way or the other, right? Not to be offering investment advice, but yeah, so that's pretty wild, man. That must be an adrenaline rush, always wondering what's going to happen with the Bitcoin. That's what I was thinking too. I'd be almost too paranoid to have that much Bitcoin because I'd always be checking and be like, oh, did I lose? Did I win? Did I lose? Did I win? I'd be checking like every few minutes. Yeah. Yeah, if I bought $2,000 of Bitcoin for $1, it'd be 91 million. So that's what I was thinking. $1 is high. When I was looking at buying Bitcoin, I think it was around 2 cents a Bitcoin or something. So if I would have bought like $2,000 worth of it. No, what was the lowest that Bitcoin ever was? Let me check. I'll just bring it up here, and hopefully I don't open any boobs on the screen. History of Bitcoin price. I'll check. Yeah, because I was thinking of investing when it was worth $1 when I was trying to invest. Yeah, so Jacob's right on the money again. Smart guy. Yeah, because it was about the year 2010 or around 2011 when I wanted to invest in Bitcoin, and I had the $2,000 to do it. Yeah, so 2011, that's when it first came out. Yeah, because I was watching a show called Coast to Coast AM, and he had an investment advisor on as a guest, and I was literally listening to him tell me to invest in Bitcoin in 2011, and I said, no, I'm going to invest in something else. But like I said, it probably saved my life, so I can't really be that upset about it. I do like living. No, 100,000 is pretty good, but man, I can't believe 100,000 what it used to be worth when I was a kid and what it's worth now. Like when I was a kid, you could buy a mansion for 100,000. And today in Toronto, if you have $1 million, that's the average house price. It's not even a nice house. That's $1 million, right? So yeah, if you had like 100,000 back in like the 1980s or even the 90s, you could buy a mansion for that. Yeah, so if anyone wants to see it, we'll bring up quick. The history of Bitcoin, I'll make it bigger. That's what she said. Yeah, oh, so 2009? Is that when it came out? Why is it showing 2009? Oh, yeah, it was created on 2008. Yeah, because I could have swore it was a little bit before 2012. Even a couple years before. I'd have to go back in the archive and see when that show came out. Or I know how I could check. I could check when the other things came out that I did invest in. If I find out the date for that, then I'll know when the date was for the Bitcoin. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's why I'm not going to beat myself up for over it, because really, money isn't really the whole issue in life. If you got good friends, you got good family, and you got your health, it's like you look at money and just laugh compared to someone who's got lots of money and has neither of those. But if you have all of them, yeah, then you're definitely doing well for yourself. I shouldn't even say that. You know how I used to shine shoes for like really rich, successful people? You wouldn't believe how many of them are depressed and commit suicide. It's because once you reach that point in life where everything has, like, you've accomplished everything. So it's like, oh, I've accomplished all my wildest dreams. I have all the money I need, all the women, all the everything. And then you're like, what do I do now, right? If you already have everything that you've ever wanted. Alright, so let's bring up the Vaporizer commercial while this loads because the game crashed. Holy shit, we're at an hour and a half already. Alright, welcome back everyone. Yeah, speaking of Bitcoin, maybe I'll show off my BetFury page at some point today. My BetFury page has gotten so good over the past few months. I can't believe all the changes they keep doing to that crypto wallet system. It's a really good one. I know some people are still skeptical of it because it's still pretty new, and the licenses they have, it took them a while to get them, and Facebook is actually still blocking it. So if you even try to tell someone about it, it's like Facebook won't let you. As soon as you hit enter, it says you can't type that message. So I always found that weird. Did anyone know that Facebook has a list of words that you can't even type? If you try to type it and hit enter, it'll say no, you can't hit enter there. It'll say you either have to delete that message or change it. You can't put it. And I always thought Facebook was like, hey, you put the message in, it gets flagged and then taken down. I didn't know there was an auto blocker, so you can't even put it in. So yeah, that's a really weird system that Facebook has this, but yeah, I can understand why they do it. They're trying to prevent people from getting stuck in scams, I guess, but I don't know. This one's really good. I haven't heard any bad reviews from BetFury in quite a while. I know some people will say that the gambling's too hard, but I got news for you. Gambling's hard anywhere you go. Like if you go to a regular casino, it's not going to be easy to win in gambling. Might be if you get lucky, but the odds of it being that lucky is slim to none, right? Yeah, which country was it that switched to crypto for their main currency? Was it Brazil or was it Colombia? I was trying to think. I always get those countries mixed up. I really got to study my South American geography and everything about it more, because I keep making friends there that want me to go and travel. And yeah, when I see some of the stuff in South America, all the hot babes on the beaches, like, dear God, do I want to go? Yeah, that's why I really could use a pool date this weekend. Just hanging out with hot babes in bikinis. That'll be a big load off my mind. Pardon the pun. All right, so Augusto. He's saying Floyd removes the shield of a genie with his ability. Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, I remember, who was it? Yeah, it was Augusto. He was telling me before that Floyd's really good. Yeah, I might try that because there's got to be some way I can beat it. Yeah, Jacob was telling the truth. I was looking into that too, that China tested out their own cryptocurrency. And I'm pretty sure the test failed. I could be wrong. I don't know. Did they actually succeed with the test? I'm pretty sure they said they were going to try it for a while, and then the test period didn't go so well. That was when the whole cryptocurrency spike started happening. Or fall and spike and fall and spike. Like the really big one. What was the one where Bitcoin was at like 80,000, then it plummeted all the way down to, what was it, 30? Now it's all the way back up to 60 or something. Now let's check out the prices of crypto. Now, I haven't done too much crypto talk on the show in a while, so we'll just do a quick little break for quick crypto talk stuff. So people and my referrals can see how they've been helping with my BetFury and how the progress has been going, because I really appreciate everyone who's helping with this. Like, I know it's not a lot of money, but it gives me something where I can be like, hey, I'm actually going up in some ways. Alright, so these are the free loot boxes. If anyone hasn't tried BetFury before, you can open free loot boxes with these timers. But if you already have referrals that are opening them for you, then you can just click the referral part up here. Boom. Now you can see how much my referrals have helped. And usually these go up depending on how much the referrals are doing. So you can hit withdraw. Let's make it a little bigger. So boom, there I got some more, whatever currency that is. And then if you want to check your other BetFury stuff, you go over here and you click referral. And this will show they have like a whole new referral program. And I like the changes they made. So we got 25 people that are helping me with it. Really appreciate it. And you can see the people that I've referred have already bet over a full Bitcoin. So that's quite a bit of money that people have been doing. I really appreciate that. Because I know, like, I'll show you how much it made me in a second. So I go to my balance, and if any of my referrals have been playing, it'll be some amount here, and then you just click commission payout. So no one's been playing earlier. Well, actually, I did withdraw it earlier today. I actually got another 2 Dodge coins. So whoever was playing with the Dodge coins earlier, really appreciate it. So there's my currencies. And if you're thinking, oh, all these cryptocurrencies are in their normal values, you can't see how much they're worth. Oh, wait, I'll collect my staking. Yeah, so staking, this is how many, where is it? These here. These BFGs, however many you have of those makes this go up. So because I have 380 of these, thanks to my referrals, Then when I click withdraw, I get all these currencies. And this is how much it gathers every day, depending. This amount fluctuates. Some days this is actually like over 50. So this will definitely fluctuate a lot. So you pick that and it goes into your accounts. And if you refer people, obviously get more. So then I can look up here and see all the different currencies I have, but they're in a weird value, right? Like it's not dollars. So what you can do is click up here and change it to sports. And if you go to sports, it says, what do you want to convert the values to? Either the euro or the US dollar. So I'll pick the US dollar. Now, all the currencies that I have for crypto, it automatically converts their value to the US dollar at the current trading rate. So you can see that I've got $23 worth of that one, $11 worth of the shares, $8 worth of whatever currency that is, $7 worth of Ethereum, $3 of that, $2 US, $1.50 of Dogecoin, and going down. So it's like not much for these, but the uTorrent is the one that I want to kind of collect because I like torrents. I hardly ever use torrents anymore. I don't even think I've used torrents in years, but I still like the system of being able to share files. So I think that's one of my favorites. I should really invest in that one sometime. So if anyone's wondering how to convert their balances quick, if you want to finish quick, just click sports. And then it's got all these sport betting things you can do now. You can see the sport betting on this page is expanded dramatically. What the hell? You can even bet on NBA 2K? That's fucked up. So to be honest, I'm not really into betting. I kind of hate betting, to be honest. You can probably tell from the Hunger Games. That's the one thing people say. You shouldn't get kids to play the Hunger Games. But in a way, it'll teach kids that gambling sucks. I hate gambling. So that's the one reason I don't game very much or gambling. Because I kind of hate it. Usually I just lose. I'd probably like it a lot more if I won more often. But I lose so much, it just makes me hate it. So yeah, thanks all my referrals. Really appreciate it. Let's get back to crypto, or let's get back to Clone Evolution. Ooh, we got a victory. Now, obviously, I got my other Bitcoin one. I'll share that one with everyone, show you how that's been progressing. Even the Entropia players were helping me with this one big time, so I appreciate everyone who's been helping. We're up to 191,000 Satoshi. And how much is that worth in US dollars? I don't know. If anyone wants to convert it, I think it's roughly between $50 and $100, somewhere in there. And we're up to how many referrals? We made it up to, oh, there it is. We're almost at 150 people that we've referred. So thanks everyone who's been signing up to stuff. Really appreciate it. And then you get your different commissions. And this one, if you want the free loot boxes, just go up to the top, click free Bitcoin. And what do you know? You can start collecting free loot boxes. You just click roll, boom. And they give you free lottery tickets, reward points, and this. Oh yeah, my reward points have been doing really well. Let's check that. My reward points are at 56,000. And once this is up to 100,000, I can click withdraw, and they'll give me an extra 100,000 Satoshi. So when I click that, that'll be pretty epic. But I still have to wait because I have to get it up to 100,000. So thanks everyone who's been helping with that. Oh yeah, and this place does have betting stuff too, but way less. Like where is it? If you go to betting, they have way less sports stuff. There's still quite a bit, but way less than before. They even had the presidential election in here, and I lost some because I bet on Trump. I thought for sure Biden was going to lose. It was because I watched the debates. I should have never watched the debates. When I watched the debate, Biden said he was going to purposely destroy the U.S. So I was like, dear God, who the hell would vote for that? And then what do you know? He won. So if I didn't watch the debate, I was going to bet on Biden, but he completely changed my mind when he said that he was going to destroy the U.S. on purpose. Even Trump was like, dear God, did you just say you're going to destroy the country if you get elected? And he's like, yeah. And it's like, did you just say that? He was like shocked, right? Yeah, I don't know if anyone who voted for Biden watched that part of the debate. That was really weird. Biden's like, yeah, the environment's more important than the U.S. He's like, I'm going to shut down all the pipelines, destroy our economy. And I was like, did you just say that? Yeah, I think what Biden said, he was going to shut down the oil pipelines and make sure that terrorists could make a lot more money by selling oil again because the U.S. production would crash. And then he was like, yeah, and once the terrorists build up all that money, they'll be able to attack us again. I was like, and this is good how? And I was like, well, people really wanted to get rid of Trump, so I guess they didn't care that the leader was like, yeah, I'm going to destroy the country, cause wars. And then we see it happen unfold in Afghanistan. It's like he actually fulfilled his campaign promise. He actually said he was going to destroy everything, and he did. But at least you got rid of Trump, right? No, to be honest, I hated Trump by the end too because he started forcing everyone to take these. As soon as he started forcing people to do that, I'm like, fuck Trump. I want nothing to do with him anymore. Hate his guts. So yeah, I probably would have picked Biden too. Although Biden was also pro this, so you're fucked either way. Who knows? Maybe this is going to help. It's just a matter of time. It's just not working out quite yet. It's going to improve. It's just a coincidence. The nations that didn't take this have already been gone back to the old normal over a year ago. But the ones that did have the highest cases ever. It so reminds me of Idiocracy. Not to make fun of people that are dumb, but dear God, it seems like our society as a whole, it's like we keep doing dumber and dumber and dumber stuff. And it makes you wonder, how dumb can we get? I don't think we've reached the cap yet. Yeah, and who knows? Doing everything right isn't always fun either. Sometimes you got to do it dumb so that you learn, right? Or hopefully, live and learn. Now, the one thing that really got me hyped about Trump is when he started the moon missions again. Because I was like, dear God, finally a president that's going to get the moon missions going again. That was actually my top priority. I'm like, whatever leader it is, I don't care as long as they get the moon missions going. And if anyone hasn't heard, there's a whole bunch of paranormal stories that go along with the moon. So once that moon mission actually gets going, we're going to like see some weird stuff that we haven't seen since like, I don't think anyone's lifetime. So yeah, I don't know, like trying to figure, like you think the moon, if it's covered in demonic creatures that can possess people, and we start sending astronauts there and they keep coming back to the earth possessed with like these really ancient demons, it's like what's gonna happen, right? It's like, I don't know, Buzz Aldrin, when I met him, he was the only person that convinced me that demonic possession was real. Because when I actually stood next to him, I was like, holy shit, I can feel that he's a demon. It's so weird. I didn't even believe in demons before that. It's like, you know that story where they talk about like your hair stands on end? That's what happened when I met Buzz Aldrin. I was like, why? And then I realized the whole demonic thing. I was like, oh, that's why. This is why Buzz Aldrin has lived so long. This is why he has those weird depression problems. This is why he's like, he has these weird like energies around him where people that can sense demons just go crazy as soon as they meet him. They're like, oh my God, how strong is the demon that's possessed him? So we could look at it and say that Buzz Aldrin really hasn't caused that many problems even while possessed. So I think maybe the demons sort of realize that. They're like, hey, we can't just go crazy and start destroying everything, because if we do, then no one will ever go back to the moon, because they'll realize, hey, we shouldn't go to the moon because we're going to bring back demons. And if people are wondering what this demon on the moon shit is all about, in ancient texts, they talk about it often, is when they had to get rid of demons, there was only one way you could do it. Like if you banish a demon from a person, the demon will leave the person, but they can just possess something else. They can possess an animal, they can possess another person. So it really doesn't solve the problem. You get rid of the demon from one person, it'll just go to the next. So then the ancient people started to realize if we want to get rid of the demons, we have to not only banish them and get them out of the people, but get them far away from the earth so that they can't possess another person. So that's what they used to do, is banish them to the moon. I don't know how they banish them to the moon. That's really weird, but like there's a whole bunch of legends in different cultures that all talk about it. And then you got to wonder, why did we go to the moon and just stop going, right? I think NASA figured out the demon problem and they couldn't tell anyone. Because they're like, hey, how do we tell people that the moon is full of demons? How about we just not go back? It's like that's the only real explanation that makes any sense, as fucked as it is. There is a possibility that demons aren't real, and that Buzz Aldrin, when I met him, he was just a weird guy in general that set off my sense to detect demons. But I don't know. To me, it's like, if I had to guess, like bet one way or the other, I would totally bet on Buzz Aldrin having a demonic possession. And I know I shouldn't always be making fun of demons, because demons necessarily aren't always evil. There's some cultures that actually like the demons, so who knows? Maybe there is a good demon here and there. You know, some women are demons in the sack, and that isn't always so bad either. Man, oh man. All right, I got to get my mind out of the gutter. Hopefully this Saturday will help clear things up. Now, if anyone's wondering, I'm not really going to share my social media stuff with the women I'm dating, with like YouTube and Facebook and all that. I'm going to try to keep my social media life separate from actual dating life as long as I can. I'm sure you can see why. All right. No, I said I was going to cap it at 2 beers, but I went for a third. I'm horrible. No, this is terrible because it's going to throw off my weight loss. Let's see how many calories are in this beer. I didn't even check. Oh, this beer doesn't tell you. All right, so that's good. I don't know how many calories are in a beer. I'll have to check it. I don't know. My calorie intake that I want for losing weight is less than 2,000 a day, so I got to try to keep it at that. How many calories in a beer? 43. Okay, that's not so bad. I can drink quite a few beers without pushing by the 2,000 limit. I shouldn't have checked that. That's what's terrible. Every time I sit on or stand on the scale and I get a really good weight, I'm like, oh, now I can cheat a little bit. It's like, fuck, I should never have checked. I just got to imagine that my weight is way too high all the time, so I don't decide to start cheating. Oh, fuck. How did Van Helsing defeat fucking Monk? Come on, Monk. What is wrong with you? Ah, I think we lost. Son of a bitch. Yeah, we lost. God, all we had to do was beat Van Helsing. We couldn't do it. God, that's annoying. All right, there we go. Let's do this one. Oh, getting a little heartburn. Really shouldn't have drank this many. Now, if anyone's wondering what the plan for this week is, I don't know, maybe tonight after we're done recording, I'm going to do a little bit more editing. Oh yeah, let's give a shout out to some of the other stuff first. Let's do the sponsor message.
Today's moon stories were brought to you by Crunk. Crack, it'll fuck you up. Woo!
Alright, welcome back. Maybe let's get the patrons list as well. So thanks again all the patrons. Suki, Dan, Jim, Ray, Travis, and everyone else at Patreon. Now I'll come back to the game in a sec. Society 6 finishing quick, my specialty. Comes on t-shirts and bed sheets, both popular with the ladies. You know, I haven't even checked Society 6 in like a year. Can you imagine someone bought some of the merch and I didn't even look? Should really check into that. I don't think anyone did because it's kind of a funny store, but anyways, Hideout TV, it'll pay you to watch videos. Swag Books, it'll pay you to shop. GameKit pays you to try video games. And Free Bitcoin, it's that wallet system we just showed. And we just showed BetFury, so I don't have to get too much into those. Just make sure you follow the regional laws for all these offers, including the virtual mate sex machine. It's for adults and men only, but if ladies need a sex machine, I have a date for this Saturday, so I am busy. I'm just kidding. Well, I am actually busy. But anyways, $10 off on a purchase of 150 more, thanks to the people at VirtualMate, if you use the coupon code LYINGBS. That's LYNBSN. No, it's not really bullshit. It's an actual coupon code. And they give me some cool referrals for it. I'll have to check to see if anyone's used it. I think a lot of people check out the VirtualMate, but it's a little bit expensive. So I don't know, maybe they'll be able to bring the price down on it in the future, because it is a bit pricey when you think about it. I don't know, if I had to compare it to other similar products, the only edge it has is that it connects to a computer, because a lot of the other features in it are kind of old school. Like the other features have adapted in the previous few years, but when it comes to the computer hookup, that is the one where it has the edge. So anyways, let's go back to the game. No, to be honest, I haven't even checked out the VirtualMate website in probably 6 months. I'll have to see what updates they got too. As you can tell, I've been trying out other products and a lot of them work really good. Now, I can't believe how far like that technology has come for that stuff in just my lifetime or even the past 10 years. It's like, holy shit. It used to be women were the only ones that had anything to do with that sort of stuff, and now there's definitely a whole market for guys for that. It's weird how everything changed like that. Yeah, just be careful too, because I think some of the chemicals that they put in these products when they're making them probably isn't the greatest for you. So you might have to shop around, find the right chemicals. Oh yeah, I was reading the funniest wrestling story today. You know Hulk Hogan, like one of the old wrestlers? When back in like 1985, when he just got back into WWF, or formerly, yeah, WWE, formerly WWF, whatever, he got called on to do a talk show, and the talk show host kept bugging him to show him one of his wrestling moves, right? So Hulk Hogan's like, man, you're like a skinny talk show host. I shouldn't do these moves on you, because if I do, you'll get hurt really bad. So the talk show host is like, no, show me the move. So guess what Hulk Hogan does? He's like, fine, you want to see the move? Let's do it. So he grabs the guy, puts him in the chokehold, the talk show host on live TV, and the guy passed out. So Hulk Hogan let him go, and instead of regaining consciousness, he collapsed to the ground and split his skull open, and blood sprayed everywhere. It happened on live TV. So like Hulk Hogan's like, see, told you. Imagine, like, everyone thinks wrestling is so fake, but no, those chokeholds are real. Right? You could definitely pass out for them. I shouldn't laugh, because the talk show host got hurt so bad that he ended up suing Hulk Hogan, and then they decided to settle out of court. So apparently, I think he got like $500,000 out of Hulk Hogan just because he got injured begging him to do the move on him. If I was Hulk Hogan, I don't even know if I would pay the guy, right? Because like he literally told him to do it. So like, isn't that legally, like, you told the person to do it? Can you really still sue him after? That's fucked up, right? Poor talk show host, though. He probably thought all the wrestling moves were fake. He didn't know it would actually hurt him. All right, so next episode, what we're going to be doing tomorrow, let's skip this one. Let's wrap up the show a little. I got to get ready for work, or get ready to go to bed for work. All right, so tomorrow what we're going to be doing is, the viewers were saying that the new event will be here, so we might be trying the Abyss. The casino is going to wrap up, but we've already completed it, so we don't need to do anything for that. And, excuse me, where is it? What did Suki say? Excuse me. So we just did the casino. Oh yeah, that's right. We'll be doing the tavern tasks, and we'll be doing the arena. So with the arena and the tavern tasks, I'm hoping that we can get the Vibram tokens for both. And if we do, we'll be pushing enough. Let's see, 3, 6, that'll push us up to 25. We'll be 10 away from unlocking him. And if we can unlock this guy, that's when we get some really good hero options. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. If we can do all that, that'll be sweet. So I don't know how much we're going to do tomorrow. If I had to guess, we'll probably just start the Abyss, but we'll see how it goes. And what else are we going to do tomorrow? I think that's about everything. Oh, unless the Hunger Games comes back. If the Hunger Games comes back, we'll start doing some more betting for that. And when we do, we're getting damn close to being able to buy this reward. Whoops, wrong store. Yeah, we'll be able to buy the chest. And if we can get Son of a Black Hole, guess who we get? Then we can unlock Genie. So we're really just a few fragments away from getting Son of the Black Hole. Boom, Genie. No, some people think that when we add Genie, it's going to change our team so that we'll actually be able to beat the dungeon. But I'm very skeptical of that. Because lately, I've been trying to get really good heroes, and when we get them, I find they're not really as good as I thought they were going to be. So, yeah, sort of what's going to happen to the girl when she meets me on Saturday. No, I'm just kidding. No, the woman I met, she's like, oh, you're so good looking. I was like, don't say that. Wait till you meet me. I do have a huge gut. No, I think what it is, a lot of women these days like beards for some reason. I don't know why. It's like, I don't know. When I was younger and I used to grow beards, it would never attract women. It was usually only guys. Guys would be like, oh, nice beard, nice beard. And then I started to realize, like, who am I trying to impress here? Other guys or women? So that's when I started shaving the beards. But then I started to realize more recently, for some reason, women are finding beards more attractive again, especially on social media dating. It's like almost half the comments I get, everyone's like, ooh, such a nice beard. Yeah, to each their own. Whatever works. Yes, I don't know, not to offer dating advice, or maybe we're allowed to do that on YouTube. If guys are trying to impress the ladies, try to grow a nice beard. I don't know why, but it seems to be working. Well, we'll see. See how Saturday goes. I might be changing that opinion pretty quick. Finishing quick will be my specialty. It's like, this date is over. Yeah, that's what I gotta try to do. Maybe on Saturday I'll just assume the worst. So if anything goes good, I'll be like shocked. Rather than anticipating things will go well. Because then I'll be disappointed. Remember how I used to be able to beat this first round? It was funny because I was able to beat this first round like months ago. And my team just keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Adding more and more red heroes. And does it help at all? No, it makes it much, much worse. I just die faster and faster. But like one of the viewers was saying, who was at Augusto, I got to try to bring Floyd in. Maybe that's what I should have did. I should have put Floyd in this team. Alright, so we got all that covered. Let's go for the shout out to the viewers in the chat. I think we did partially already. So Tony was here. Thanks a million, Tony Bologna. Jacob Menzies. Yeah, congratulations, Jacob, again with the Bitcoin. It's nice to hear stories of my viewers doing well. I know sometimes people get really jealous when other people do well, but I like to hear about other people succeeding. It actually does make me happy. So yeah, congratulations, Jacob. And what's up, Q? No, one time I was like dating a woman, and any time that I did good, she would get really jealous and hate me. I was like, well, why do you hate when I'm successful? That's like a really weird trait, right? Well, to each their own. It's like, I want you to fail. Right, so Wick News 8100. It sounds like he's got a cool channel. If anyone wants to check out that channel, hopefully I'm not recommending something with porn on it, but no, Wick News. That sounds really cool. 8100. Gusto Basilio, Wick News, Jacob Menzies. Oh, Romeo Fox. I didn't even notice. He was in here. He likes the no hair jokes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. No hair stuff is kind of weird. Like, you ever see those commercials on TV? Like, you can do this to get hair. You can do this to get hair. And I keep thinking, dear God, man, getting hair on my head would be the last thing I'd want. Why the hell would anyone want more hair? So hot, could get lice. It's like I'll just shave it off, and it's like enjoy it being clean and cool. Now I get it. Like I used to have long hair all the way to the end of my back, so I pretty much have experienced both worlds. I've experienced what it's like to have super long hair, and I've experienced no hair, and I definitely not even close. It's like no competition. It's like I love no hair a million times better. And then some people will say, oh, what about the women that don't like you because you don't have hair? I'm like, well, what the fuck? Is that the kind of woman that you want to impress? The kind of woman who's going to ditch you the second your appearance changes? It's like it's kind of nicer to have a woman that'll stand by you either way. Like even if you're ugly, fat, no hair, they actually like you for your personality. So that's why I kind of think of like if you're trying to impress women that only like hair, it's almost like a disaster right off the bat. Right? Not to bash hair. I'm sure when you're younger, having hair is kind of nice. All right, so Jacob, and Augusto. All right, thanks everyone. Let's give everyone a big round of applause. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to ask. Does anyone notice a difference in my voice when I'm not vaporizing? Does it sound a little bit clearer and easier to understand? I don't know, for me, I find it a lot easier to pronounce words, so I'm assuming it sounds better, but maybe it sounds the same either way. I probably should go into the archive and compare the episodes. I think what it is when I vaporize weed too, it makes me tired, so I sound more half asleep. So that would probably make my voice sound a lot worse. Or maybe when I'm stopped vaporizing, I talk too fast, so then it's even worse. I don't know. There's probably going to be a mixed response. Some people like vaporizing me and other people like me sober better. I'm not really sober. I'm still drinking booze, but at least I cut the weed out. I know some people always think that weed's like much better and healthier than booze. I don't know. Like there's a lot of things that go wrong with your body from booze, but there's also a lot of things that go wrong from weed. That's why I kind of try to switch the two occasionally. Not so I'm just like constantly smoking weed or constantly drinking beer. Try to alternate. Not that I'm offering health advice. Just my own personal experience. There we go. We made it to the last end boss. Oh, I said it just as I was going to fucking get there. And son of a fucking bitch, man. I fucking hate this boss. Like if I really had to rank some of the things I like in Clone Evolution, fighting this boss has actually almost made me want to quit the game. I fucking can't stand this reflective magic. Like whoever designed the reflective magic in this game should almost take a hammer and hit yourself on the foot. Fucking can't stand it. Like I literally almost quit the game over it. I used to love the dungeon battles. But having this stupid reflective magic, it just pisses me off so fucking much. Like you make your team stronger, you upgrade their levels, and it just makes you fucking lose worse and worse and worse. I can't think of a more annoying way to make a game. If I had to rank how to make a game super annoying, I would put this fucking dungeon right at the top. It's fucking annoying as a piece of shit. Who knows, maybe when I beat it, I'll be like, oh, I'll change my opinion. I'll be like, all right, now I love the dungeon, but God, I fucking can't stand it right now. Okay, what is happening? Why is everyone dying? Fucking piece of shit. It's so funny. When I bring this girl in, no one will die and no one will turn into Tombstone. But if I swap her out with someone else, the whole team just dies right away. It's like, what the fuck is changing? Why is she making the team like invincible so that they never die? What is her ability that's so amazing? Like, I get it, she reanimates you after you die, but what the fuck? Why can't we survive unless we have her in the team? It's a fucking piece of shit. I don't want to use this chick anymore. I'm so fucking sick of her. Alright, so let's try swapping it out. Piece of shit, man. Let's try that. Because this is so stupid too. Like really, when the first time I fought Genghis Khan, we wiped out all of his minions like the first time I ever played him. Now I'm like 3 months later, still playing him, and I can't even beat the minions anymore. It's fucking so stupid. Okay, so I gotta stop playing this or I'm gonna smash the game. God, I fucking hate the dungeon. It's yeah, if I had to rank every video game I've ever played, the most annoying level out of any game I've ever played is this dungeon. Especially both of them. Why they would do this reflective magic for so many different levels, I fucking can't stand it. It's fucking annoying as hell. Alright, so let's try to finish the game on something positive, because I really gotta just stop playing that dungeon. When I play it, it just annoys the shit out of me. Let's get our asses kicked in this level. Oh, God. Alright, let's see. Let's try this. Oh, wait, we don't need Floyd for this one. See if that does the trick. Oh, I know what I should... Oh, fuck. It's always because it lags. I think I have more time to change it. Alright, see. This will be the trick. We'll win now. You just wait and see. Now, if anyone's wondering how my TV repair went, I bought a 65-inch TV like 2 to 3 years ago. I'm trying to think, when did the Raptors win their championship? Hey, Potato Memes, welcome back. Now everyone's glad to hear you're not dead, but I think a few people are pissed that you're pulling pranks on us. No, but it's good that you're not dead. We want revenge for the pranks, but not that bad. Just kidding. No, it was pretty scary, man. Like, a lot of people actually thought you were dead, and some people might actually commit suicide when they get depressed, right? So, I don't know, like that joke where you're talking you're dead, you could have killed someone, so that's a pretty fucking sick joke, right? I know, I can relate. I'm just kidding. I have some horribly sick jokes myself, but... Now, I was actually just reading a story about people in the lockdowns, and this mother was sharing that her son hated the lockdown so much, he was a teenager, that he committed suicide over the lockdowns. So I was like, you know how many times that's happening in our country? Our young people are literally dying by suicide because of these fucking lockdowns. That's why when the students rose up and fought the police, I was like, well, if the students are going to kill themselves or fight for their human rights, I kind of lean towards they should fight for human rights. Because suicide's never the answer, eh? No, let's hope. Potato Memes, did you actually get injured in an explosion too? Or was that also a prank? Because I was thinking that prosthetic leg you showed looked like it was from like the 70s or something. But let's hope your leg is okay still too. Not that you actually are crippled and we're making fun of you. Kind of deserve it after that prank. No, just kidding. No, to be honest, I never believed that Potato Memes was dead because I kept checking the clone evolution thing. Oh, he says that is real. Holy shit. Sorry to hear, man. No, but, yeah, like some people... Now I totally got off my train of thought. Sorry about the whole prosthetic leg joke. That was mean. Now, I even let an R-word joke slip out the other couple episodes ago, and I felt terrible right after I said it. Every time I make fun of the people with mental illness, or not illness, mentally handicapped, right after I do it, I'm like, God, that was like disgusting. God, I'm a horrible person. Now, I try to laugh to relieve stress. It's not because I think it's actually funny. Alright, so Potato Memes has got a question. He wants to know, what was the girl with the crossbow's name? That's Budokai, right? Well, I know her name is something else, but that's just what I call her. I call her Budokai because I was a big fan of... Where does Budokai come from? Is that Dragon Ball, I think. Budokai is a popular name in that. Or maybe Budokai is from something else. I don't even know. But if people want to know the history of the actual Budokai chick... I looked her up online to see who her character is based off of. And she's based off some person from Irish history. So I think there was actually some redhead chick who was like a really good warrior, which sometimes I mock quite a bit because I always joke. I'm like, how in the hell is a woman warrior going to fight in the army when like women's strength is like 1/10 of that of guys? But when you think if they have like guns and arrows and stuff, they probably could shoot guys and still be good warriors. I don't know. For me, I was always highly against women fighting in the army because I don't think it's fair. Like, I don't know. For me, I can't even hit a woman. So if I had to fight one in a battle in war, it wouldn't be a fair fight because I can't fight back. It's a fucked up situation. But yeah, I know some cultures, I guess, fighting women in armies is natural. Maybe it's just because I'm in Canada, it doesn't seem so natural. Even though Canada does have a lot of female soldiers. I'm a very old-fashioned person when it comes to traditional families too. Like, I look at a woman who says, hey, I'm going to start a career and put my kids in daycare. Like, I think that's a disaster. I think if you're going to have like a career or a family, you should pick one. Shouldn't actually take your kids and put them in childcare because that's really dangerous. Like, kids that end up in childcare, half the time they end up in jail or doing crimes or worse because they're not getting raised properly. Not to say that every woman's going to raise their kids properly, but I think if you compare a woman, like a mother actually raising her kids compared to just ditching them in childcare somewhere, I think the woman will probably do a better job than the daycare, like 9 times out of 10. And not to mention, we look at the broken family system in Canada. There's so many broken families. And what does it come from? Women that are putting their kids in daycare, getting super high paying jobs, and then they can't find any men they like because there's no guys that make more money than they do. It's like, well, hello. It's like, where did you think you were going to meet these guys that have like all this money and stuff while you took all the jobs? Like, there's only a certain amount of jobs in our society. If women take all the high paying ones, where did the guys go, right? That's why I think nature actually had it balanced out right off the bat, was they knew that, or the creator or nature knew that women had the edge, like smarter, more like in so many ways than men. But men always had the advantage that we didn't get pregnant and we had to help them raise their kids. So as soon as we started doing the government handouts, where all of a sudden you didn't need men because you can just get free everything from the government because the men are giving all the money to the government and it gives it to the women. So then the women look at the government and say, oh, they're the ones supporting the family. We don't need the men anymore. And then you get skyrocketing divorce rates. And then all the kids end up in jail. So it's definitely a broken system. I don't know why we do it. It's like, why don't we just put it back the way it used to be, where women actually get big bonuses for staying home and looking after the kids, and then all of a sudden men become useful again. I don't know. It sounds like a bold concept, but there is quite a few countries that still do it that way, like Romania and stuff. They have one of the lowest divorce rates in the world. So I don't know. I guess it's kind of mean to say, but it's just my opinion. I think the old-fashioned values are vastly superior. This modern society we built, it's like pretty much a death trap. But hey, who doesn't want to learn from a death trap, right? Yeah, I heard about that. Potato Memes has got a good point. He said that the game is actually doing a giveaway now. So if you're a poverty player or you just don't have the money to invest, or for some other reason you can't because you don't have a credit card or something, they're doing a contest where you can actually win the VIP packages. So yeah, if anyone's depressed that they can't ever get VIP packages, don't be so depressed because there's still a way you can do it. So if you want to get more information, just ask Potato Memes in the Discord server. He's back now. He could probably fill you in on some of the details. Oh yeah, speaking of, we went over the 2-hour mark for the show. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Let's give Potato Memes a big round of applause. And don't give him such a hard time like I did about faking his death. I know it was a really mean prank and I was kind of a prick about it, but I don't know. I just hate pranks, so that's why. Oh yeah, I was telling the story before Potato Memes got here. One of the main reasons I hate pranks so bad is I know a lot of people that got hurt really bad from pranks. there was this one woman who got like thrown into a pool as a prank. Like people picked her up, threw her into the pool, and she broke her neck. So it's like, yeah, there's some really bad outcomes that come from pranks that I've experienced in my life. So normally when I see pranks, it just brings up like a horrible feeling in my stomach. Like I know, like I've even seen people's relationships ruined by pranks. I've seen friendships lost by pranks. I've seen people lose their jobs over pranks. So that's when I ever see a prank, I'm like, God, like pranks are horrible, right? But I do a lot of horrible things too, so I'm no saint. Yeah, just be careful with the pranks, man. Like they can backfire so easily. That's the one reason they always say don't like horseplay around the pool, right? Start picking up women, throw them in the pool. It sounds funny and neat at the time, but man, people can get hurt really bad. No, I think thankfully she recovered from her broken bones, and I don't know if she made a full recovery, but yeah, thankfully she didn't die at least. Like Potato Memes almost did. No, I'm sure Potato Memes, if he's going through that prosthetic leg problem, then yeah. Then it probably, maybe a prank or two will help relieve some stress, right? All right, Potato Memes wants to know what's going to be the next big events. Let's go check it out. I'll have to skip these battles. And we'll wrap it up with that, because, man, I really got to get going. Holy shit, 11:30. I'm going to be so tired for work tomorrow. All right, we got one victory out of the shit show. All right, let's look. What we got coming next. Thanks to Suki. She gave us the information. It is... Or maybe it was... keep forgetting. Maybe Miss Duplo Lego was the one that wrote this announcement. I was pretty sure it was Suki, but my memory isn't the greatest. I'm sure a lot of the viewers know that already. I don't have to tell you over and over. All right, so we're just doing the casino. So the next one will be the arena and the tavern task. And some of the other viewers were saying for the event center, we're getting back Hunger Games. Well, depending what server you're in. And we're supposed to get, did they say Abyss? Yeah, I think Abyss will be next. So we're keeping our fingers crossed. Actually, it's going to start in 20 minutes, but I got to go to bed. So yeah, I got to work tomorrow. I don't think I'll be able to record tomorrow. And what is tomorrow? Thursday. And I'm definitely not going to be able to record Friday. And I'll probably not be able to record Saturday as well, depending how the date goes. If I get ditched right away, then yeah, we'll be recording. Unless I get really down in the dumps after the date dumping, but we'll see. I shouldn't be so pessimistic. Maybe the date will go well. I'm just a little bit worried because we're swimming for the first date, and I don't know. That seems like a little bit weird of a first date, but hey, we'll never know until we try. All right, so thanks everyone for tuning in. Yeah, Potato Memes, welcome back. Yeah, I'm glad you're not dead. No, I'm glad you're back watching the show too. Appreciate all the extra viewers and likes and shares. If anyone else can help with that too, really appreciate it. All right, did we cover everything? Yeah, I think we did. All right, so let's go to the fire screen. All right, if you happen to get any of the Abyss rewards in your vaporizer and it tastes like shit, give the show a dislike. But if that doesn't happen, you can give the show a like. Really appreciate it. Just make sure, never buy the products from my sponsor.
Because it will ruin your life. Worse than a prank. Alright, see you later everyone. Try not to prank too many people. Come on, it's not very nice.
No, and if you do a prank, try not to make it death pranks. That's one of the worst ones, I think. Alright, so take care. Not that I'm a saint. I've done way worse. Alright, see you later. Bye everyone. Take care. Later. Yep, welcome back from the dead.